Guys, welcome back to Soft Original, and today also we are going to continue the video editing software we are working on. Alright, so from our statistics we can see that most of our viewers have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. So it is very good for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any upcoming episode. It's actually gonna help you because we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna take our time to construct a lot of things, and there are a lot of things coming up, which of course you're gonna get the opportunity to learn a lot. So if this is your first time watching me on this particular channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell icon to get notified anytime we upload any exciting video. Okay, so today what we're gonna do is on our previous video we saw how we could create this particular page, and it was quite interesting and awesome. And taking a good look at how the whole thing works, taking a good look at how the software, the app, the original King Master actually looks like. When you look at the sorry guys, when you look at how the editing section looks like, I'm talking about this guy. That is what we're going to create today. So when you take a good look at this, it looks much more interesting. Now, how can we achieve similar one? How can we achieve similar work as this one from here? So we need that one onto this page. So let's get started. I have Figma here, and you can just go to google.com, search for Figma. It's a prototype software which of course you can download for free. You just sign it up and you are good to go. So I'm just going to create a new design file, and that is actually going to create a blank design for me. And within this design I can add a lot of things here, so I'm actually gonna add this as my reference just right here, and I would like to scale it a little down just like this so I can see this very well. Right, so I can even let me just shrink it down. I just want to shrink it down just like this. All right, so for the first thing I'll do is I'll just go in for ellipse, and I'll just draw the ellipse here, right here, just the ellipse. And I would love to use the width and then the height. I would love to use 300. Let's make it maybe 200 by 200. Perfect. All right, so we have this here, and this is the fill color. So I'm actually going to select the color of this fill just like that so that I get the same thing. And also there is a stroke here, so I'm just going to click on this plus sign to add up a stroke. And the stroke also, I'm just going to use the icon to just choose a color here, and with the stroke width I'm just going to increase it just a little, just like this. Perfect. Now I'm going to duplicate this one more time, so I'm just going to copy and I'm just going to paste here, and it is 2, so I'll just squeeze it down a little just like this, then place it in the center of it. Just try to place it in the center of it, and I will just set this to 80 by 80 for equal size, and with a stroke of the with the width of the stroke I'll just set it up to maybe this, and maybe 3 is kind of cool. Now I'll just go in for a line, right? So just going for a line, and I will just draw the line from here to this place just like this, and I'll just draw another line from here. So I'm just gonna click on the line, just make sure it matches up to this. So just gonna click and drag just like this, then can just push it up a little bit, just like that. And I'm going to go in for the line again, and that is going to be from this section. So just draw, leave it like that. Perfect. And I'm just going to go in one more time for this, and I'm going to drag and draw just like that. And also I can decide to push this up a little, just align it anywhere you want to align it. Perfect. And that is good. Alright, so this is what I have achieved at the end of the day. So let's just click on this, and with a fill color, I would just love to choose this color here. Excellent. Now the images, we can use images, but using images in Figma is actually going to, is going to, how do I say this, is going to be in SVG form, right? So what we are going to do is we can just add those images here. Then when we go to when you go to Flutter, we just change them, right? So let me quickly open up my icons folder. That's going to be my icons, and I will just drag and drop those guys there. So first one is going to be this guy. Just drag and drop it out here, and I'm just going to shrink it down and position it here. Just make sure it is quite interesting. Perfect. And also the second one is actually going to be the media. So that is the media folder, and this is it. So I'll just drag and drop it here. Then I'll just take it down, very down. Then I bring it up here. So there you go. Very, very clean. So yeah, so I'll just have to add up the audio. So just bring in the audio, and the audio too is going to be here, and I'll just shrink it down just like that. All right. So the next one is going to be the layers. So with the layers, I'm just going to use this guy as the layer. Just bring this here. It's already been shrink down a little, just like this. Excellent. And I will just add the last one, that is the record. So I'm just going to drag and drop this here. Just bring the record button here. Okay, now we just have to shrink it to a point that we can add a text to this. So I'll just add up just a normal text here. Just draw the text here, and inside the text, this is actually going to be the rick. That is the rick. And I'll just select everything, make sure I have it to be a red color, a white color, and the text align is going to be in the center. Perfect. So I'll just copy this, just get rid of the color, just copy and paste it one more time. So I just bring it here, but with the size of this, I'll just shrink this down a little as to that. Perfect. Bring it up here, and this folder is going to be the media, right? So I'm just going to call it media. Then I just paste another one, then I just bring it here, and these two I just shrink it down a little, just like that. And this also is going to be the layer, just like that. And I'm just going to paste it one more time, just bring this here, and with the music, let's just shrink it down a little, just like that. And let's call this audio. Perfect. All right, excellent. So what we're gonna do right now is just to try and bring this design into life. Now we've created this, we can go ahead and then rename these things so that we can get to know how the whole thing, how everything works. And the one thing I really love about Figma is you can just export this into a widget. So when I go back to my Visual Android Studio, you see we have this settings. I need a store, so just come down. So after the play, we have this expanded. This is where we will be making the controls, right? And we have the import, that is this guy, and it is an inkwell. It is a circular then we have this green guy here. So this is where we are going to add up our design. Excellent. So this is where we're going to add everything as a child of it. So I'm just going to specify a child. Perfect. And I'll just go back to the Figma and I'll just highlight everything, right click, and I'll just group them. Just group the selection just like that. And I would like to go inside a group. Apart from the the media, I would just love to okay, so let's just right click on this. Now just go to plugins, and I have installed Figma to Flutter, just a plugin here. So just click on that, and that is going to open up a window, just this window, and you can either use the stack or you can just use a normal one. So I am going to use a stack for this. You can get it in a form of stateless widget, stateful widget, and you can read up the pub get. As I said, we will be needing a font, and also yeah, that is going to be only the font, so because of the text. So we will not be needing a font for now. We don't have the font yet, and these are the assets we will be downloading, right? But I believe we already have the assets, so we don't have to export the assets as well. But you can go ahead and then export all the assets. So I'm just going to go to the widget, and from here we have a container, right? So this comes along with a required imports. So we have to import this. So let's just come to the container, just go down, go down, go down, yes, to this level. Let's just copy that. So let's just click copy codes copied. Then let's come to our Android Studio, and with a child I'm just going to create a widget called how do I say this, controls. So I'm just going to use a private controls. So I'll just come down, then I create a widget. So I'm just going to say widget, then I'm just going to call it control, and I'll just turn something like this. So from here we are returning what we copied, right? Perfect. So we are returning what we copied, and from here I'll just come here. You see there is a math, so we just have to import the math. So what it required for us to import, just go back to the Figma, then you're just gonna copy this, import this as math, copy that, then just come back, go to the top, and just import that just like this. And also let's just go back to the Figma, import as well. So we have another import here as math again. Okay, so let's just copy that, come back here, and make sure you have this. Okay, so it's actually going to be the same thing. So whilst we've imported this math, I think it's okay. All right, so let's come to this section where we have the controls. So I will just love to add up the controls again, just like this. So I have the controls here, and when you come down to the controls, we just have to fix some things up, right? So it's just a container, and inside the container we have these colors, we have all these colors there. So with the images, I'm just going to go inside my icons, and this is going to be the lens. So with the lens, it's just going to be this lens. So that is going to be the lens, just lenss.png, and this is going to be the video, right? So that is going to be the import, right? All right, and remember that we are not working within an asset, but within an image, but we are working within an icons. So you just have to change that one as well. And yeah, and the sound is going to be the record. I believe that is it. No, the sound is going to be the sound, right? So it's going to be the sound. And yeah, let's change this to icon, and I think this is going to be the record. So this is going to be the layers. So I'm just going to say layers. Let's change this to icons. All right, and this is going to be record. Perfect. So you just have to make sure you have everything on point, and we are good to go. So let's just work within this to see if everything is clean here. So with the first one, I think is icons. Everything is perfect. So let's just save this, and we should be able to see something here. Perfect. That is what we have here, right guys? So what we're gonna do is we can either decide to now let's just try and wrap the whole thing up here with a padding so we can see it clearly. So we have a padding here, and it was just wrapped back. So let's just remove the padding. I don't think the padding will be important here, so let's just remove the green color from there. And now this is what we have here. So how do we go about this? We can either shrink this size down a little, or we can just decrease the size of this. So let's try any of them and let's see how it goes. So we have the width and then the height of this. We can use 150 and let's see how it goes. Okay, so the sizes will be different and all that, so let's just leave it to be like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is with this radius, I'll just set it up to 15, see how it's going to be. Okay, so let's make it 20. Good. And with this, I'll just need a flex of 3. Okay, so what about a flex of maybe 5? How is it going to be? Okay, so the more it goes, the more it becomes very, very small. So let's try, and with this container, let's try to wrap the whole thing with a padding, and let's see how it's actually going to be like. Okay, so the padding is actually not helping. So what we have to do is let's go back to the Figma. Let's go back to the Figma here, and from the Figma here, I'll just decrease the size, everything to the lowest size. So let's just make it this size, and I will really love to choose an equal size. So let's make it maybe 130 by 130, 130 by 130. Perfect. And now I think it's quite enough, so we just have to play along with it. So let's just ungroup it, and let's just zoom in. I just want to zoom in, so all right, so that I can easily work within this. Just want to zoom in a little. So with the media, with the text, I just have to change the font size of it. So yeah, let's set the font size to 8. I think let's give it a like 5 is cool. So let's set all the font sizes to 5. Change this as well to 5, and change this to 5. Perfect. All right, so whilst we have this, I believe this is quite interesting. So we just have to position this again. Just try to play along with it. It depends on how you want to do it. Just take your time and work along with it. As I said earlier on, I really love to do this with you guys. I mean, absolutely from scratch. So it's not going to be like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just no, I don't do things like that. So I'm just going to do it just like this. just let's make it 2. 2 is quite enough. Perfect. And this is also going to be 2, or let's say 1. I think 1 is good. Excellent. So I'm just going to go back and I'll just highlight everything again, and I'll just group them, and I'll right click, go to plugins, Figma to Flutter. I need a stack, so I'll just copy the codes. Just click on the copy codes. Then let's come back here. So with the returning of the padding, we just wanna take everything out, and we just have to do the job again. So let's just paste it once again here, and you just have to do the job again, right guys? So we have a lot of jobs to do on this. This is going to be the record, right? And just gonna set it up to icons, and let's go up here, icons, and this is going to be the layers. It's going to be icons, and this sound is going to be the sound. This is going to be the video, so this is going to be icons, and it's going to be that is going to be the video.png, right? That is going to be the import. All right, so we have the lens, and that is going to be the lens, and you're just going for the icons, and that is it. All right, so let's save it once again, and let's see how this is going to be like. Perfect. So it looks very, very neat, but it's somehow very very small. So how can we do this? We separated this along with 5, so let's set it back to 3. Okay, so I think the 3, let's set it back to 2. I think the 2 is cool. Okay, let's make it 3. So this actually means that we have to work along with the sizing as well, because you can't see it clearly here. So let's just expand it a little. So you just have to make sure you know what you are doing, right guys? So let's just expand it a little, but let's make sure it is maybe 180, or let's say 187. Yeah, do that. 187. Perfect. Let's just copy the codes again. So just gonna go to plugins, Figma to Flutter, just use that, copy the codes here. So just gonna come back to this, and yeah, let's just replace it back again. That is the container. So we are returning a container, so you just have to come down to the container. Let's just paste it one more time. Okay, so let's go back and let's do the editing. So icons, lens, and icons, then we go for the import. This is going to be icons, then we're going for the sound. All right, so let's just save it once again, and now it's somehow way big a little, so we have to work on I think we have to work on okay, let's check the flex. Let's make the flex 4, and let's see. Okay, so instead of the sizes, let's just reduce the size a little bit. So instead of 187, let's make it 180. Okay, so we have to go back and we come again. Come on, this thing. So let's go back to the Figma, close this, and let's shrink this down to, let's say, 175 to 175. Okay, let's do it once again. Just want to get the accuracy of this because this is very, very important, right? So let's go back again to the Figma, just copy that, come back, then let's just paste the whole container again. All right, so you can take your time, you know, customize it anyhow you want it to be. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to save it again. Okay, there is an error here. Okay, boom, there you go. I believe this is quite enough. This is very, very good. So as soon as I just, you know, try to work a little about you know, let's go up to the controls, or is it, so this is it, that is the controls. Let's make the flex 5 and let's see. Okay, I think this is quite enough because you can still click on this and it's very, very, you know, very, very simple. But you can see the text is not, you know, working perfectly fine. The text is not responding. See, we have the text not to be, you know, placed in the center, right? So let's check that one out and let's see. But first of all, let's just fix all the modifiers first because I really, you know, hate working without modifiers, right? So let's start from here. Let's just change it to a size box. Let's do the same thing to this, just change it to a size box. Let's come here, container is going to be a size box. Same thing applies to this. It's going to be as you know, we can remove the unnecessary container if the container is not important and it's not going to affect the whole thing. So from here we just have to can just replace with a size box, and here too we can just replace with a size box, and we come here, just add the const to everywhere it's supposed to be, right? Perfect. So let's just do some little adjustments from here, so we don't need them from here. All right, okay, okay. All right, so now everything is clean here. So you just have to go to the text. The first one is going to be the record, and it has a color to be this. The font family is this, so just have to remove the font family from here, and the font size is 5. So let's make the font size 10. Let's see what happens. So it becomes a little big. Let's make it 15. It becomes a little big and clear. So the letter spacing, it is 0, and you know, the font weight is normal, the height is you know, normal as well, is 1. So what if the text align is center? So what if the text align yeah, let's try left and see. All right, let's try right and see. Okay, so that means the top and then the left, that is the position for this, is actually not working. So let's just leave this to be center, and with the top and then the left, I think the left we have to add up addition. So the left is going to be maybe 50. All right, so let's make it 70 because it is using a position. Just have to make it 80. I think 80 is quite good. Okay, so let's make it 75. Excellent. So that means we need the left of we need the left of the import to be 75 as well. So let's see the icon, that is the position of the left. Let's paste it here, make it 75. Oh no, undo that. I think we need it for the text. So where is it? This is the record, this is the audio, and this is the layer. I need the media. This is the media. So I'm just going to remove the font, set it to 15, and then with the left I'm just gonna replace the left with this. Let's set this font size to 10. Let's make it 12. Let's see how it's going to be. I think 13 is okay. Excellent. So with the left, that is, let's make it 70. Okay, so with the top of it, let's make it maybe 30. Okay, so that means we have to increase it. So let's make it 40. So that is going to be 35. Excellent. All right, so let's see with this as well. That is going to be the rig is done, and let's see the audio. That is the audio, this guy. So let's see the audio as well. The left is going to be this, and the font family is going to go, and the font size is going to be 15. Let's just save it and see how it goes. Okay, so there it is. So we just have to set the left to maybe 20, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so that means we just have to increase it. So let's make it 100. Okay, so 150 is not bad. It's way far. So let's make it 120. Okay, so let's make it 130. That looks great. And with the font size, let's make it 13. Excellent. Now the same thing applies to the other side. So we just have to remove the with the layer, let's just remove the then let's make the font 13, and let's just copy the left, and let's give the left to instead of 0, let's make it 10. And there you go. So this looks, let's make it maybe 12 instead. Perfect. So this makes it much more interesting. It gives you much understanding about these things. So all you have to do is you just have to come up here, and with the container itself here, just wrap the container. See, it starts from this lens. This is the lens. So let's go up. I think we have something up here. So yeah, I think it starts from the lens. So this lens, just wrap it up with a widget, and that is going to be a gesture detector, and we just have to add on tap function. Yeah, so it actually has an on tap function for this, right? So we're just going to do the same thing for this container, so that it all becomes clickable, right? All right, so let's do this. Wrap this with a gesture detector, and let's add the on tap function just like this, and the same thing applies to this. Add another one to this. Okay, last but not the least, let's add this one as well. Alright, so let's just save everything, and now all our layers are being clickable. They are all clickable. Alright guys, so we are done with this, and I believe you've gotten, the basic understanding on how to even use use Figma in Flutter. So we have the record, that is this guy. We have the layers, that is this guy. We have the sound, that is this guy, that is audio. And we have the import, that is this media. And then we have the lens, that is the middle guy. So the middle guy also is working perfectly fine. All right, I believe you understand whatever I'm trying to say here. On our next video, we're going to see how we can implement our own timeline, or a timeline editor. But I'm thinking not to use the same functionalities of KineMaster, because it's a commercial software. It is for sale out there, so we can decide to tweak some settings up. We can decide to record audio from here. We can decide to edit audio from here, record audio from here. Let me just give you a scenario of what I'm really talking about. Now we can decide to open media from here by clicking on this, and it's going to work. So we have to change this media. I nearly forgot. It shouldn't be the media, it should be the folder icon. Sorry guys, I nearly forgot. So where is that guy? I think I have it here. Let's see the import. So this is not what I really need. The import is up here, so that is not what I really need. Let's see the I think that is the video. So it's going to be the video. So let's go back. Instead of saying import, well, so where is that guy? We're just going to say video. Perfect. Okay, so that looks great. That looks great, right? Okay, so I think we are messing some things up here. As you can see, the lines in within these guys are not coming. They are not even showing. So why is it like that? These are the lines, and I think they are not showing. Let's set the width to 10 and let's see where it is. Okay, so that is the border. We don't need that. Let's maintain the 2. So let's make it maybe 5, so it will be just visible. And this is the color, and I think the width we make it 2 is kind of cool for this guy. That is good. And these are the lines. I think these are the lines. So with the lines, it has an angle, it has a top left, it has a thickness. Let's set the thickness to 5 and let's see how it goes. So I think the thickness is even set up, but it's not showing up here. So you have to take your time, try to tweak some things up, try to do your own settings, try to do your own basic things, try to do something. I'm just trying to let you know that you can actually do something out of this. It's not necessarily to do the same thing as they have done, and I don't really encourage you doing that, right? Okay, so that is all we have here, and I really love this system. And one of the interesting thing I can do is now I can just unpin this. So I'll just say, where can I unpin this? Okay, so that is undock. I just undock this. So where is it? Oh, come on. Just want to do something here. So let's just undock this. So we can just move it to the bottom. I need it somewhere. I just need it at the bottom, just the bottom. Perfect. This is what I really need. So I can go ahead and then edit the codes here and see whatever I'm doing here. That is what I'm going to use in my upcoming videos. This is what I'm going to use in my upcoming videos. So the same thing applies to this side. I can either decide to, you know, undock this side. I can just undock it, or let's say move it to the bottom right, that is the bottom left, sorry. So it's going to be down there. Okay, all right. So yeah, you can just go ahead and then structure whatever you want to do. All right guys, so thank you very much, and I really appreciate you a lot. And yes, so you just have to take your time and you go through everything. If this is your first time watching my video, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't be missing any upcoming episodes I will be uploading. Also share the video, smash the like button. Even if you dislike this video, just dislike it for me to know that you dislike this video. All right, my name still remains Microsoft Original, and let's meet on our next edition where we start doing the whole magic. Until then, have a nice day, and Microsoft Original is out.